And Daniel Lacalle has spent much of his working life in London's financial district. He's now the chief economist at the Tressis hedge fund. He's travelled to different parts of Europe this summer. I asked him if he saw different results depending on the type of lockdown implemented.
Absolutely. We have seen that the countries that have not implemented lockdowns are managing better the pandemic and are managing better the economy, preserving the business fabric. Countries that have very simple but strict measures in order to contain the pandemic with information of people, where they are. You give your details in restaurants, whatever is needed, etc., with very strict measures of social distancing, while at the same time not forcing massive lockdowns. Sweden, Austria, Switzerland, Holland, so many countries are doing better at preserving the business fabric and managing the pandemic. So it is wrong that that lockdowns are inevitable, that they have to be implemented. It is incorrect, and it's misguided in the idea that it's not going to create a much larger and long-term effect, negative impact on the economy.
And you've worked with financial models before. This new proposal from the UK government is based on the pandemic models and models of the spread of the virus. Have you ever made such a big decision based on a model?
Well, when you make decisions based on a model, the first thing you do is that once you have tried it and you see that the model is incorrect, you don't repeat it. This is critical. Sorry to be a little bit blunt here, but it makes absolutely no sense to work with a model that is making assumptions based on such limited amount of data for such limited amount of time. And it makes absolutely no sense to take action that is so severely impacting the economy, job creation, which will create ripple social effects and healthcare effects, the negative ones in the future, based on a model that was wrong the first time over.
And I'm sure you have lots of business owners as friends in the UK and friends there. How do you think they're feeling on the news?
Well, everybody's absolutely amazed. Everybody understands that the lockdowns were a mistake, that the lockdowns in Europe and in the United States, in Argentina and other countries have not worked to contain the pandemic and have been devastating for the economy. So the idea that targeted lockdowns are not going to have massive impact on the economy, an economy that has been crippled, that is completely on its knees, businesses are suffering immensely, can only be thought by a bureaucrat. The European Union countries that are thinking about new lockdowns, etc. First, they're not taking the measures, and I come back to this point, managing the pandemic while preserving the business fabric and the economy is something that other countries are doing successfully. It's done in Asia, South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore. It's done in Europe, Austria, Holland, Sweden. So many countries, Switzerland, etc., are managing the pandemic and preserving the business fabric much better without the need of misguided and ineffective lockdowns.
You're right, Daniel, and I really feel for them there in the UK. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.